Sorry, they have the reverb.
But I really shouldn't welcome you because this is your party. You've really invited yourselves as our members because you members are the society. First and foremost, I want to express the profound thanks of the society to U.S. Ambassador to Korea, Kathleen Stevens, for kindly inviting us to use this facility. This is the 103rd year that we've been at either the American or British ambassadors. So a round of applause for Ambassador Stevens. Just a couple comments that some of our members are aware and not. We've survived, grown, and prospered for 110 years. When we started in 1900, the head of state was King Kojong. People seem to forget, the country was called the Empire of Daehan. Our first 10 years witnessed the most tumultuous upheavals. The overthrow of the Korean government, takeover by the Japanese, 35 years of occupation, total evisceration of a 2,000-plus-year-old culture and history, tragic division of the country in the war of 1950 to 52, followed by astounding economic, political, social growth and success. The Royal Asiatic Society's members didn't just witness these events, we did. We didn't just write about them, we reported in detail. We were part of them. And in many ways, our members, our council members and ordinary members, made the history. The early members were advisors to the king and advisors to the royal court. The early diplomats, missionaries, doctors, educators, business people, travelers contributed and were an integral part of Korean society and its evolution. Today we enjoy an even broader diversity of membership, and I want to thank each and every one of you for continuing this tradition, and I hope that it will continue for another 110 years. Just to mention, we are the first center for Korean studies in the world, and we feel that we are still a major center for Korean studies and activities, and that we think out of the box of the normal academicians, with all due respect to those who are academicians here, there are several, but they're members anyway. Throughout the Japanese occupation period, and I'm mentioning this because this is the 100th year of the fall of Korea to Japan, the Royal Asiatic Society had to toe a very careful line. If you look over on the table, you'll see the collection of our transactions, and they start from 1900. You can get them at a good price today, by the way, just to mention that. And you look before 1910, and we talk in depth about Korean history and art and culture and achievements. And after that, it's very cautious, and there are some pretty nasty articles written by Japanese government-inspired politician types that we were compelled to put in there. And I'm seeking to actually address that and redress it in the future. In 1941, almost all of our membership and councillors were classified as enemies of Japan, put on a tramp steamer to Madagascar after several months in Suliman prison. From Madagascar, and not all of them survived the trip, they were sent to their home countries. Indeed, as I say, we are part of this country's history. By the way, there was a joke about them that we used to ask Horace Underwood. When you were in the prison and on that boat, did you still have the council meetings every month? And he said they did, by the way. At any rate, during the Korean War, I'm afraid some unfortunately stayed behind when the North Koreans attacked, and we lost even more members during the Korean War. Some were captured and never were seen again in North Korea. But we survived. Not only that, we flourished. You have participated, written, and lectured on our events with us. And everything is because of you, our members. It's your strong support, enthusiasm, that keeps us going. During the past 5 years, we've had a renaissance. I'm really happy to say, in the last 5 years, membership is up by more than 50%. Lecture attendance by 400% increased. Cultural tours and all the rest have increased accordingly. I'm just asking you, please introduce us to others. It's so hard to get the word out. Korea is such a busy place. There are so many things going on. Please ask other people of like mind who might have an interest to join us and help us. I can see some of you sort of looking over the makgeolli and such and wanting to get going, so I'll cut it off now I'm sure you're thinking, when is this guy going to shut up? And it's now. But before doing so, I want to again thank Ambassador Kathy Stevens and ask her please to say a few words.